Some make things happen, and those who watch what happens. Which one will you be? For centuries, people have used these powerful universal laws to obtain, grow, and uphold influence. Laws so potent that generations of leaders have dominated whole nations with them. Now, these closely guarded strategies can be yours. Over the next few minutes, we will unveil the 12 laws of power. But you'll have to stay until the very end to learn them all. Are you ready to gain the upper hand? Then, let's begin unlocking the keys to power. Law 1. Never outshine the master. It is important to create an environment where those in positions of authority feel comfortable and secure. One way to achieve this is by downplaying one's abilities and talents, which can make superiors feel insecure. Instead, focus on making your master appear superior and capable. This can be done by highlighting their strengths and achievements while downplaying your own. Occasionally, making minor mistakes can also create opportunities for your master to provide guidance and assistance, further boosting their confidence. However, if you naturally possess more charm or talent than your master, avoiding working directly under them may be best to maintain a harmonious dynamic. Remember, the goal is to ensure those above you feel secure and superior in their positions, thus enabling you to gain influence and power within the hierarchy. Law 2. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Friends may betray you more often than enemies due to envy. Hiring a former enemy can prove more trustworthy since they have more to prove in gaining your trust. You know your enemy's intentions, but friends regularly hide true feelings to maintain the bond. This deception leaves room for resentment to build if you employ a friend solely for personal reasons rather than merit. An enemy-turned-employee is upfront about past conflicts and seeks to set aside personal history. You can objectively assess an enemy's qualifications without clouded judgment rather than assume a friend's qualities. Consider the reformed enemy who now has much to gain through loyalty for reliable work. Law 3. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. Building and maintaining a strong reputation is indeed crucial for wielding power. A solid reputation can be used to intimidate opponents and secure victories. However, it is important to note that a reputation built solely on intimidation and manipulation may not be sustainable in the long run. To maintain an impenetrable reputation, it is essential to be proactive in predicting and addressing potential attacks before they occur. This involves staying informed about the perceptions and opinions of others, monitoring any potential threats, and taking preemptive measures to safeguard one's reputation. Being transparent and authentic in one's actions is also important, as a reputation built on deceit or manipulation is inherently vulnerable. Exploiting weaknesses in opponents' reputations can be a strategic move, but exercising caution and ethical considerations is important. Engaging in a deliberate campaign to destroy others by manipulating public opinion can have long-term consequences and may damage one's reputation. Focusing on one's strengths and accomplishments is advisable rather than solely relying on tearing down others. Law 4. Get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. It can be advantageous to leverage the wisdom and knowledge of others to further your cause. By appearing efficient and knowledgeable, you can create an intimidating presence. However, for this strategy to succeed, it is important to have a secure position to avoid accusations of deception. Instead of doing all the work yourself, identify individuals with the skills you lack and either take credit for their work or hire them under your name. In the long run, people may forget those who worked for you, but you will be remembered. Law 5. Use absence to increase respect and honor. Creating an air of scarcity around oneself enhances perceived value and increases intrigue. Intermittently withdrawing from an established group can generate curiosity and admiration from others. However, it is important to approach this strategy thoughtfully and with balance. Strategic withdrawal can create a sense of anticipation and make others appreciate your presence more when you return. By carefully choosing the timing of your absence, you can inadvertently highlight the potential impact of your permanent absence, garnering respect and admiration from your peers. Eventually, rejoining the group or re-engaging with others can create a sense of relief and excitement, as if you have been resurrected. It is essential, however, to exercise caution and moderation in implementing this strategy. Overdoing it or withdrawing for extended periods may lead to alienation or the perception of disinterest. It is important to balance being present and occasionally withdrawing to maintain curiosity and admiration. Additionally, ensuring that the motivation behind your presence or absence is genuine and aligned with your values and goals is crucial. While creating a sense of scarcity can increase perceived value, it is equally important to build genuine connections and contribute meaningfully to the group or community. Merely relying on intermittent withdrawal as a tactic may not lead to sustainable relationships or long-term success. Building trust, demonstrating competence, and genuinely caring for others' well-being are essential to fostering positive relationships and influence. Law 6. Keep others in suspended terror. Cultivate an air of unpredictability. Humans tend to seek familiar patterns in the behavior of others, making predictability a potential weakness. By acting unpredictably, opponents can be thrown off balance as they struggle to anticipate and analyze your moves. This can be achieved by occasionally striking without warning or surprising your adversaries. Acting unpredictably deprives others of power over you. When your actions are difficult to understand or anticipate, they can intimidate and confuse your opponents, leaving them uncertain and unsure of how to respond. This can give you a strategic advantage in various situations. Furthermore, employing an unpredictable strategy can be particularly effective when you find yourself in the underdog position. Introducing unexpected moves can disrupt your enemy's plans and force them into tactical blunders. This can level the playing field and potentially turn the tide in your favor. However, it is important to note that surprise should be used judiciously and strategically. Acting unpredictably should not be a random or haphazard approach. It requires careful consideration and planning to ensure your actions align with your objectives and goals. Law 7. Know who you're dealing with. Don't offend the wrong person. When engaging with others, it is crucial to select your opponents wisely. Some individuals, once defeated, may harbor a lifelong desire for revenge. Therefore, it is prudent to avoid offending the wrong person. The skill of accurately assessing people is paramount when it comes to acquiring and retaining power. Before collaborating with someone, gathering comprehensive knowledge about them is essential. However, more than relying solely on instincts or trusting appearances is required. To truly understand a person's nature, observing them over an extended period is important. Doing so can give you a more accurate and complete understanding of their character. Law 8. Don't commit to anyone. It is important to prioritize self-interest and maintain independence, but it is equally crucial to approach relationships and conflicts with integrity and ethical considerations. Building genuine connections and fostering collaboration can lead to more positive and sustainable outcomes. By committing only to oneself, it may be possible to manipulate others and play them against each other. However, this approach lacks authenticity and can harm relationships in the long run. Instead, focusing on mutual benefit and cooperation can lead to more fruitful interactions. While holding back from joining causes can create an impression of untouchability and independence, evaluating the consequences of such actions is essential. Developing a reputation solely based on avoidance may limit opportunities for growth and collaboration. Avoiding petty fights and disputes is a wise approach, as it minimizes unnecessary conflicts. However, faking interest and manipulating others to engage in fights while watching from the sidelines is not a sustainable or ethical tactic. It is crucial to seek constructive solutions and promote harmony rather than exacerbate tensions. Law 9. Use the surrender tactic. Transform weakness into power. Choosing to surrender before facing defeat can be a strategic move that buys you additional time to plot your revenge and torment your conqueror. By surrendering, you deny your opponent the satisfaction of destroying you, turning the act of surrender into a tool of power. Yielding can grant you the upper hand by lulling your opponent into a false sense of security, leading them to believe they have achieved victory over you. Meanwhile, you can secretly strategize and plan their downfall. This confusion can deter your opponents from acting aggressively against you, giving you an advantage in the long run. Law 10. Concentrate your forces. Conserving and focusing energies on a single power source can be effective. By identifying a sustainable and robust spring of power, one can achieve greater influence compared to spreading efforts across numerous shallow sources. Power often exists in concentrated form. Within organizations, a small group of individuals typically holds the key to power, controlling the strings that drive decisions and actions. Therefore, it is akin to striking oil, as a successful endeavor can secure a lifetime of wealth and influence. However, it is important to approach this concept with discernment and ethical considerations. While concentrating power can lead to personal success, it is crucial to be mindful of the impact on others and the broader ethical implications. Power should be used responsibly and with a focus on creating positive outcomes for individuals and society as a whole. Law 11. Control the options. Get others to play with the cards you deal. Presenting your opponents with a choice will make them believe they have control over their destiny. Unbeknownst to them, you are manipulating the situation, using them as puppets to select two scenarios that benefit you. People often fail to consider alternative options when faced with a narrow range of choices, as too much freedom can create anxiety. By strategically narrowing their options, you can guide your opponents into unwittingly playing into your hands. Law 12. Think as you like, but behave like others. Engaging with others in a way that fosters connection and understanding is often more effective than consistently going against the grain in public. Instead of inciting resentment, by making people feel inferior, practicing empathy and blending in can help nurture a sense of commonality. By hiding your true feelings and expressing them selectively, you can cultivate an approachable demeanor and avoid alienating others. This can create a space where you can gradually disseminate your beliefs to a receptive audience, increasing the likelihood of adoption and influence. Establishing a base of power through genuine connections and rapport enables you to navigate conversations tactfully and respectfully. Understanding others' perspectives and finding common ground can foster an environment where your true beliefs can be shared effectively and constructively. We hope your power levels are over 9,000 after learning these laws. Now you've got skills to pay the bills and then some. May all your enemies cower in fear of your awesome new powers. But remember, with great power comes great spinach gulping abilities. So smash that like button like the Hulk and subscribe too. And go in peace, but also go in pieces by sharing everywhere.